Hello there, and welcome to a very special episode of Magic the Gathering. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I am so happy you could join me. So, as per usual, when a new set comes out, this is a get to know the changes and open up a good number of packs for Duskmourn House of Horrors. Obviously, the first thing we got to check out are some of our pre-order bonuses if you went with the pre-order for the packs and the pre-order for the Premium Mastery Pass. We get a new companion in the form of Builder Beastie. Quite creepy looking. A card sleeve, a new avatar, which I admit I probably won't be using that. 50 Duskmourn packs on top of the 3 that we should be getting for free. 5 golden packs, very good for getting rares and mythics, because that's all that you get from that. As well as our Kaito, Bane of Nightmares, and Winter, that's his name, Misanthropic Guide. This one I have seen. I'm actually kind of looking forward to using this Planeswalker. I really don't think a lot of ninjas were introduced with this set, but there is a card, I think it's the blue Ley Lines card, that makes it to where, all creatures have a type of your choice along with everything else. So play that and they get ninja. So I like the idea of that. Winter, Misanthropic Guide. Ward 2 at the beginning of your upkeep. Each player draws 2 cards. Interesting. Delirium, as long as slow down. As long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, each opponent's maximum hand size is equal to 7, minus the number of those card types. Which, yeah, it's a very, very good way of telling your opponent, nope, you get to have less. Oh, I didn't even realize it. And forcing them to draw more cards makes them discard cards. Okay, interesting. And here's the card styles for them. And that is what I was looking for. 1 second. Did I get my print screen? Hold on. I think so. Pretty sure I got it. Just give me 1 second. All right, and we're back. I like to use the available now thing as the thumbnail for these videos. And usually when I do this, it'll let me do a snipping tool print screen. For whatever reason, this time I just took a picture of both of my monitors. Anyway, let's get back into it. Yeah. So, as I said, naturally they give you. Here's Duskmourn. Nice little, here's Johnny reference. You get a couple of packs to go with those 3 packs, and the basic lands, so get to look at those. Probably won't be changing up any of my lands. I like the ones I have, and these are all going to be like different rooms in the House of Horrors. So we got 2 different types of plains, 2 different types of islands. Don't really care for either of those. 2 different swamps, mountains. Here's the first of the forest, and the last one. Not too bad, all things considered. But yeah, let's, before we get into the pack openings, let's go ahead, let's look at the store. They typically add some new stuff into the store as well. Let me look at my daily deals. Yeah, a lot of horror, esque stuff in the daily deals. At least for me. I don't know if this is the same for everybody. Let's go back to the featured. Let's see what's new. Full art cards. That one's not bad. I like that. Yeah, those are pretty cool. So these are some new things you can get. Have the phrase bundles. I want to play. Do you want to play a game? Boo, groovy. Really? I mean, I get it, Duskmourn's whole thing is like 80s horror tropes, but really, it's alive. Run, and don't open that door. Got your sticker bundles. That's not creepy at all. What else do we got? card art for the new Verge lands. The way these things work, it's like, for the Thornspire Verge, it'll always add red mana, but if you have a mountain or a forest as well, this card can add green as well. So that's how these work. Unfortunately, they're rare. These are rares. So if you get them in pack openings, that's great, but it always really sucks to use up wild cards on lands of all things. Yeah, got some borderless mirror monsters, some more card styles for your choosing, for your like. Some of these are actually pretty cool. That, like this Abhorrent Oculus, that looks a lot better than the actual card art. Same thing with Screaming Nemesis. It gives you an idea as to actually what it is. Huh. I don't know. I do know a good number of the cards because I saw a lot of the previews that they were showing off for them. So I do have an idea of what we're dealing with. I will say a lot of it's interesting, though I'm not entirely sure I'm the biggest fan of this set. But you never know, maybe time will tell. Anyway, naturally everybody has access to the front, or to this portion of the Mastery Pass. This is the premium side, which sometimes I think if you're able to go all the way to the end, what is it, 60 again? Yeah, if you're able to get to 60, I think it's worth it. Just because if not, your rewards end at level 48, which is, you're definitely going to be able to get that. I mean, that's kind of cool. But yeah, let's go through page by page. Really, I mean, there's not much really to look at here. You get a lot. They're going with a lot of card styles for rewards. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Oh, that's creepy. Ugh, one orb. They're just calling it an orb. Sure. Ugh, creepy. All right. Anything really interesting? Well, here's another pet. One of the other companions. The rock. Okay. Beastie companion. Interesting. I think I still like my dragons, but okay. What else? Anything else interesting? I mean, nothing too great so far. We do have, here's the last one, the Merry Beastie. Very Christmas themed. I like it. I do like that. Here is your parting, your exquisite sleeve once you get to level 50. Pretty great. And that's pretty much it, yeah. Though obviously if you want to be able to get all of the mastery stuff, you're going to have all of the orbs. Get to level 58. Okay, so they're doing the same thing they did last time for the last one, where it's you just accumulate orbs and spend them on what you want. I do think that's a better way of doing things. Just because it lets you choose, you know? Most of these I don't really care about, to be perfectly honest. If they had gone with avatars, yeah, your avatars, that would have been better, but card sleeves are fine too. So nothing too exciting. You have your card styles for each of the overlords, which are pretty good cards. Looks like Enduring Courage, all of the Enduring Glimmer cards. Gotcha. Balustrade Worm, that's gonna be annoying to deal with, I can tell you that right now. Ghostly Dancers, the Mind Skinner, Unstoppable. I saw this card in the some of the previews. I don't like the implications of it. Deals combat damage to a player, they lose half their life rounded up. That's terrifying. So it's like you either have to block this or get rid of it very quickly. And get rid of it twice because of how its ability works. And when it dies, if it had no counters on it, return to the battlefield tapped under the owner's control with 2 stun counters. So you have, after that, you have a couple more turns to try to get rid of it again, to get it completely gone. Then again, it is very susceptible to exile cards, so that is something to think about. All of the different fears, pretty cool. All right, well, that I do think is that. Looks like this is going to be another short season, though, because this says we have about 50 days to finish this. So, wow, that's a little surprising. So I guess our next one's going to be in November. That's a little, kind of a little annoying, but I guess that's why it goes to 60 only. All right, well, with that, I do believe I'm gonna go ahead and switch that one. I don't do 15 enemy, kill 15 enemies. Cast 20 creature spells, sure. Green and blue, okay. Blue and black, okay. You'll start seeing these in a couple of days. But yeah, let's get to the stuff people actually care about, the pack openings. Now, to do this, obviously we're going to open up the golden packs one at a time, get all 5 of them done, and then I will open 3 packs of Duskmourn, you know, one at a time just to get down to the 50, and then the preceding 50 will be opened 10 at a time. Because does anybody really care about the commons and uncommons? No, I don't think so. It's the rares and the mythics that you want to see. But anyway, let's get to it. Really only looking for, I mean, I'm glad to see the rares. We got one of my rare wild cards, happy with that. That's not showing up, interesting. But I'm really more interested in getting rare cards than I am mythics. And I'll be focusing on the cards from the new sets. So, we got 2. Grievous Wounds. Enchanted player can't gain life. Whenever enchanted player is dealt damage, they lose half their life, rounded up. That's another one of those terrifying. Though, the way I understand this working, you can't... It kind of makes it to where you can't defeat your opponent. Because, like, if you take them down to 1, they can't lose half. I don't know. I think if you take someone to 0, it'll end the game before this triggers. So there's that. Cursed Recordings. It's an instant or sorcery spell with a time counter on cursed recording. Then, if there are 7 or more time counters on it, remove these counters and it deals 20 damage to you. So you put yourself on a clock. Okay, and then you can tap it whenever you next cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. So you put yourself on a 7 cast timer, but you're able to copy the spell. Okay. Okay, very risky, very risky. Alright, hold on a second. Alright, so it looks like 4 rares, 2 mythics. Let's see again. Let's see if for the new cards. Ooh, okay. Glad to see this one. Glad to see this one, because there are a few. There's a few decks that people have already put together that I have been keeping my eye on, and Omnivorous Flytrap is a card in one of them. In one of the ones I was looking at, it's a Gruul Delirium deck, and I would very much. So I'm glad to see at least one copy of that. Oh, and here's a ninja. I didn't think. I guess I should have known. But we do have a ninja here. Whenever Nashi, Searcher in the Dark, deals combat damage to a player, you mill that many cards. You may put any number of legendary and or enchantment cards from among them into your hand. If you put no cards into your hand, this way put a counter onto Nashi. Okay. No, I can see where that's good. And it's only a 2 cost, a blue and a black for this card. That's not bad. Alright. I guess we'll go into the next one. Wow, okay, 3 and 3. Not a bad thing. Roller Coaster Ride. That's a new mythic. We got Chainsaw. I've seen some people putting this into their decks. Could be interesting, could not. I'm not sure. Not sure about it myself. I mean, it's a 2 cost, deals 3 damage to 1 target creature. Not bad. And it's whenever 1 or more creatures die, put a rev counter on it. And that is like 1 or more. So like if you have like 3 creatures die in the same, on like the same turn or in the same instant, I guess, it still only puts a single rev counter on. Anyway, pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, let's see what else. There we go. 5 and 1. 2. We got Ghost Vacuum and Leyline of Mutation, our first Leyline card. And I'm pretty sure all of them have this. If Leyline insert thing here is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield, which is really, really good for some things, for some decks. Huh, okay. That's interesting. Alright, and our last golden pack, last guaranteed rares and mythics. Again, 5 and 1, I'm okay with that. Another Leyline of Mutation. Hey, and here's the one I was talking about. Leyline of Transformation. Again, same thing. If it's in your starting hand, you can start it on the field. Enters, choose a creature type. Creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their other types. This is the same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. So things in your graveyard, things in your hand, things in your deck. This one, set it to Ninja, and it works really well with that Kaito Planeswalker. But we did get some other ones too. We also got a Zemoni. I don't ever plan on using her. Her ability is a little odd. I'm sure this card will have its place eventually, but it might be a while before I ever use it. Anyway, and then Reluctant Role Model as a human survivor. The survivor cards are very strange to me, but they could be interesting maybe eventually. Like I said, like I was saying, at the moment I only have a couple of decks in mind from the cards I've seen, so sadly Duskmourn, we might not see a whole lot of new things going on. Maybe some updates to our existing decks, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, now we're going to get into the 3 individual packs and then opening them up 10 at a time. And that's probably what we'll wrap things up with. Alright. All new cards. I'm not really gonna sit here and go through all of them. Though there are some cards like this, which are some lands like this. You know, it enters tapped unless a player has 13 or less life. That's okay, but by the time you're probably getting this card, you know, I don't know. I see it having a place, but it's not that great, right? Yeah. Alright, what's our rare? Oh, look. Unstoppable Slasher. Oh, joy. Alright, well, that's fine. We'll take it. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of these. Okay with that, I guess. Oh, they did a re-card of Murder. That's good. Yeah, that's just a re-release, different print of Murder. Not bad. Okay. What's our rare? Waltz of Rage. Haven't really seen this card get a lot of use in some of the streamer events and whatnot, but maybe it could be interesting. All right, last of the 3. Okay. I do like seeing a lot of them having that little first title. I do like that. Restricted Office, one of the room cards. Okay. When you unlock this door, you destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater, so that's a... power 3 or greater. Okay. So a conditional board wipe. Other permanents you control have hexproof. And, you know, you're not restricted. You can play, as you can see, you may cast either half that door unlocks on the battlefield. As a sorcerer, you may pay the mana cost of a locked door to unlock it. Kind of a cool mechanic. Alright, but that is the last of the 3 packs that they give you, on the off. So now we're going to go ahead and open up 10 at a time, just focusing on the rares and mythics. Let's get to it. Here's 10. Alright, so... Oh, what is that? I got a double. I'm actually going to open up that by itself. What does that mean? Oh, because Unholy Heat. Does that... I don't know what that means. Can I still use this card in... Like, am I still able to use this card in Standard, or... I would think so. 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. That's pretty great. And it deals 6 damage instead if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your grave. That's really nice for a Delirium deck. I really like that. Okay, let's open up the rest of them. Right, we'll start with this one. Another room, restricted office and lecture hall. Rip Spawn Hunter, Dissection Tools, Enduring Vitality, the Mind Skinner. Peer Past the Veil, Come Back Wrong, Leyline of Mutation. They really want me to have this Leyline, don't they? Cursed Recordings, and a Mythic Rare wild card. I'll take it. I will take it. Alright. That's our first 10. Let's go. Well, technically it's our first 13, but you know what I mean. Alright, what we're looking at now. Alright, no extra ones this time. Mostly rares. I'm okay with that. Charred Foyer. Warped Space is our mythic. Got the Swarm Weaver. Silent Hall Creeper. Victor Valgavoth's Seneschal? Yeah, Seneschal. Central Elevator and Promising Stairs. Leyline of Transformation. Undead Sprinter. This is not a bad card. Good one for like sacrificial decks. Reluctant Role Model. Dazzling Theater Prop Room. Interesting. Have Convoke. Untap each creature you control. Ooh, that's not bad. And Toby. Beastie Befriender. Okay. Okay. I saw this one in one of the previews. Alright. Cool, cool. Let's go for the next set. Alright, another kind of normal set of 5, no extra rares, single mythic. That's okay. Doll Maker's Shop. Okay. I've seen this one get some use. Can be very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Got a rare wild card. I'm happy to see that. Another Unstoppable Slasher, Joy. Enduring Innocence, Undead Sprinter, Hedge Shredder, another Zimone, Chainsaw, Kona, Rescue Beastie, and Unidentified Hovership. Cool. Cool. Cool, cool. This is I'm actually most happy about seeing the rare wild card, since we're only up to 11. Oof. Alright, next. Oh, 2 mythics this time. I'm okay with that. Another mythic rare wild. Oh, we got one of the overlords. We got 2 Ley Lines of Resonance. One of the, I think this is our first of the new lands, of the Verge lands. This one adds black just normally, but if you have a swamp and or a mountain, it'll also add red. Not at the same time, but it gives you the option of adding red as well. So I get the idea here is like if you're gonna run like a lot of swamps anyway, it might not be a bad idea to have a couple copies of this so you can get a little bit of extra red. You know, that's up to you. Another Swarm Weaver, Entity Tracker, Zimone again, Balustrade Worm, glad to see that one. Marvin, Murderous Mimic. This one has some kind of startling implications. It has all activated abilities of creatures you control that don't have the same name as this creature. And we got one of the Overlords. There's one for each color. They all have this new impending cost mechanic. Kind of interesting. Yeah, kind of interesting. All right. Sorry, I'm not the best at talking about how these cards are gonna change the game or stuff like that. I'm getting there, but I'm not quite there yet. Anyway, last of the 10, or last of the 50 pre-order packs. All right, let's see. What did we get? What did we get? Ooh, we got a Valgavoth. We got another Blazemire Verge, Mirror Room and Fractured Realm, Tale of Tamio. Okay, Roaring Furnace and Steam Sauna, Reluctant Role Model again. I'm telling you, this Leyline of Mutation, that's like our 5th copy. Silent Hell Creeper, Waltz of Rage, Restricted Office, Lecture Hall. All right. I will admit there's a handful of rares I did not see that I would have liked to get, because I really don't think I have the wild cards for this, but that I do believe is going to do it for us. So a lot of interesting stuff. If you're a big horror fan, I mean, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of horror, of the horror genre, so this does it's a little bit of a miss for me, but I can respect it, kind of cool to, kind of interesting to look through and try to find all of the references to, old B film horror movies, or just 80s horror in general, which can be kind of fun, kind of campy in its own right. So yeah, if this is your thing, it's your thing. It's not really mine, but like I said, I'm willing to roll with it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this special episode right here. If you happen to enjoy this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you are new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is posted to this channel, do not forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.